Hello, happy December 30th. We're almost there, almost at the end of 2024. I'm jumping on to continue working on this Rockefeller Center Christmas tree inspired sketch. Um, so if you're just joining me, feel free to say hi in the comments and let me know where you're watching from. I started this yesterday. I used Sharpie on it and watercolors. That's all I've used on here so far. So today we'll break out some other mediums. We'll probably, we'll break out some of these Sharpie creative markers. They would be fun to use. Just throw some colors on here. And we'll probably break out some color pencils also. We'll see. I'm just going to be on for a few minutes and we'll just kind of go with the flow and see what happens. I'm also going to break out a watercolor brush marker. I think we'll grab a sepia and we'll grab some sap green. Alright, cool. Let's just throw some colors on. So make sure that's in frame. You can see that okay. Cool. So these colors are pretty much from my imagination. These are not the actual colors of the buildings in the background or the tree. I'm just going with my gut. I like to just grab and go. Grab and go creation. It's a tongue twister. Let's see. Hope you're having a great day. We're almost into 2025. Can you imagine? Where has that time gone? It's crazy. I've been fortunate enough to have had some time off from school. I did a lot of resting up this past week. I didn't realize how exhausted I've been. So I wouldn't say I made a lot of progress on chores or anything like that, but I really focused on resting. Just want to throw some more gray on these buildings in the background and then we'll break out some color. So for the gray, I just mixed some blue and brown watercolor paints. So you might see some of it kind of brown, some of it blue, and I like to use this for my gray. I'm just adding some colors on some areas just to pull things out a little bit, define some shapes. The star of the sketch really is going to be the kind of the Christmas tree. So that's why I'm leaving the background. The building's kind of very blank, not a lot of detail on them. I might add some at the final step, I'm not sure right now. Cool. Let me zoom in on that a little bit closer. And you can kind of see how the background is looking. I like what happened here when I made this darker here. I kind of like the depth we're getting. So let me just touch that darkness in some other Let's add that darkness in some other places. And we'll just touch it in here and there. I don't want to overdo it. I think that might be cool. Right now I'm just kind of I'm grabbing some yellow watercolor. I need to replace this color here. But we'll use up what we have. So I want to make like a glow kind of around the tree. I didn't put the star on yet. I'm going to probably do that with a Sharpie creative marker at some point. Very cool. I like the way it's looking so far. So added some marker on top of the watercolors to pop out some colors. Give the idea of some Christmas lights on the tree here. I like the way that flag's kind of popping out here as well. So I think it's coming together pretty nicely. I'll eventually come back and kind of fold the tree up a little bit, put a star on it. We'll add some colored pencil. Let's see. Need to dry a little bit more. Alright, I'm going to add some sepia for a sky in the background. I want to create kind of a grayish winter day in the city. So let's add some sepia in the background to do that. I think that would be really a good way to do it. Very similar to what I did here on this sketch. Let's see. Hey, D-Ray's in the house. D-Ray, how are you? Hope all is well. Thanks for tuning in and saying hello. Hope you're doing great today. I'm just dipping my brush in. I have some dirty water. I like to use dirty water. I just like the atmosphere and the kind of the colors it helps create. I like that kind of grungy look. It's actually not too dirty right now because I did refresh it over the weekend, I think. Anyway, so I am just throwing down that sepia here. And the reason I throw the color down on the board first and then lift it off. If I put the watercolor marker right on the paper, it tends to stain it, and I can't move the color that well. So I like to lift it off of just a board. I think this is like an art board underneath here. And it seems to work pretty good. And I'll turn this around, you can see what it looks like. And I'll zoom out a little bit, and you can kind of see, right? It has just kind of a grayish kind of sky happening here, wintry sky. And I'm gonna blot out a couple areas just to create the idea of maybe some clouds in the sky. There you go. Just to give a little texture to that background. It does look darker in person. I think on screen it's looking a little bit lighter. And I will tap that sepia just down in some other random places here on that sky. So while we're adding the wet to the wet, it'll spread the color out. And I just like the randomness of it. It helps create the idea of maybe dark clouds in the sky. Cool. And let's just throw some of that sepia maybe down here in the tree a little bit. Down here by the people watching. Cool. I like the way it's looking. D-Ray says, you sound rested. Hey, thank you so much. I am rested. I've been doing a lot of resting this break. A lot of resting. Not a lot of other stuff, though, unfortunately. But health first. Grungy looks good. Thank you so much. I always love your comments. I appreciate it so much. I hope you're looking forward to 2025, which is right around the corner. Yeah, I'm liking this. I'm gonna leave this white down here. I do need to, after this dries, I'm gonna have to come back and pull out this tree. I might use the Sharpie Creative marker to do that. I kind of did that here. You can see it on this tree. You pulled the edge out pretty nicely. So I want to do something similar on this tree as well. But I am going to wait for it to dry, otherwise this acrylic paint in here will just kind of spread. I don't want it to spread. It's looking good. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I like this one. It's kind of fun, different perspective. Let's put these next to each other. So, same location, two different viewpoints of the same tree. This one here, I decided to put the tree a little bit more in the background. I think I'm going to add some more people in the foreground when it dries. I just want it to be a little more in the distance. Here you can see that the tree is much closer. So it's just fun to play with different locations of the same object and different viewpoints of the same object. Yeah, I definitely need to pull this out here. I'm just looking at these. Basically the same color palettes in both of these. I still have to come back and add some color pencil on this one, so we'll definitely add some pink, some neon yellow, some light aqua, and chartreuse. These will be making an appearance on a sketch page near you real soon. Yeah, I really want this to be dry before I throw down some color pencil. And then we have, actually let's take a look at all these here. So these are my trees from this year, 2024. I wanted to try something different with the Christmas tree this year. And I have to say, I kind of like them. This is the Wall Street inspired Christmas tree here. That you see on screen right now. Cool. Alright, that might be it for part 2 of our Rockefeller Center Christmas tree inspired sketch. And I will wrap it up tonight with part 3. If I don't do it live, I'll video it and post it. But yeah, I think we're in the home stretch with it, so it definitely needs some dry time. Very, very cool. Let me know if you have any questions or comments before I head out. While we're waiting for this to dry, I'm kind of liking this. I'll show you this thing I designed. I showed it yesterday on the video. I'm just going to show it again. I actually printed the lid. I made a lid for it as well. So here's a cool box I designed and 3D printed. I'll show you what it looks like if I take these off. So I just wanted to print something quick just to put these Sharpie markers in. I like this, kind of the divots there, so I can rest a marker in there. It's easy to grab and go for me. I do need to make some design modifications on this, I'm realizing. That's part of the design process, and it's just a prototype. And then here's the lid I printed as well last night. It kind of fits on there. It looks kind of cool. Trying to make it look architectural, something interesting. And the lid doesn't snap on, but it does stay in place, which is cool. So yeah, it's fun. I love designing things. I wish I had more time or made more time to design and 3D print things. I think it's so much fun. But that is one of my goals in 2025. Let's start doing that. Start doing more of that stuff. Be really fun. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the likes. D-Ray, it was always great to see you. Thanks for popping in on my live stream. Very random time for me to be on. And I'm so glad to see that you popped on. All right, guys. Take care. Keep using your creativity for positivity. And yeah. I'll try to be back on later tonight. Appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for the likes and subscribes and the support and positivity this past year. I'm really, really thankful for each and every one of you guys that has been positively motivating, whether on screen or behind the scenes. It doesn't matter. I appreciate everybody so much. So thank you guys. And that's a wrap for now. Take care. We'll see you soon.